started, just find child's pose. We're just going to take a moment here to kind of recenter before we get moving again, maybe to give other people a chance to jump over to this other live video, and then we're going to get started. So find your child's pose, toes together, knees can be together or apart, fingertips reaching out towards the top of the mat, let the chest come down and the forehead resting on the floor. Take a few breaths here, finding that nice even breath tempo, and just bringing your mind back into this focused space. On your next inhale, go ahead and find your way to tabletop, sliding the palms underneath the shoulders, pointing the knees towards the top of the mat. And this time we're going to start with the toes tucked. So tuck those toes under as you find tabletop. And we're going to move through cat-cow. Inhale to reach the chest forward, gaze up. And this time as we exhale, we round through the spine, lift those knees off the floor about an inch or two. Just hovering here. And we lower the knees, inhale to reach forward. Exhale, round and lift. One more time, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, round, lift and hold. And then lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pedaling through the feet, alternating bending and straightening the legs. And then when you're ready, we'll find stillness, press those heels down. Inhale to gaze towards the fingertips. And exhale as you walk your way to the top of your mat. Pausing in a forward fold, maybe going straight to straight legs if you did that last flow with us and feel more warmed up. And then inhale, rise up to mountain. Draw the belly in, press down through the floor. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're going to move into 3 sun salutations. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to plank. Either on the toes or the knees, we'll exhale to lower to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Pausing for a breath here. Inhale to gaze at the fingertips. Exhale to step towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to mountain, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, maybe jump back, landing in chaturanga. And then all together we'll meet for upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Pausing for a breath here. Inhale to gaze towards the fingertips and step or jump your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time we inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Press those heels down. Pausing here for 3 breaths this time. On an inhale, go ahead and let that right heel come up towards the sky, bending at the knee, opening through the hip to find scorpion. So stacking those hips on top of each other, reaching the right toes behind you, opening through the front of the body. And then exhale as you go ahead and plant the foot between the hands. Find your balance, and then we inhale to rise up to crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down, step that foot back to plank, and we flow, low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Pausing for a breath. Inhale, left foot comes up towards the sky. Bend at the knee and open through the hip. And then slowly bring it back to center. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Find your balance and then rise up to crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down to either side of the front foot. Step back to plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Pausing for 3 breaths. When you're ready, we're going to inhale the right heel up towards the sky again. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Reach up and back. Exhale to twist, right knee to left elbow. Reach up and back. And then exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Finding your way back to crescent lunge. Take a nice deep crescent lunge here, maybe hopping your back foot back just a little further. Nice deep lunge in that leg, bringing some more strength to the lower body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find pyramid. Hands come down, maybe hop the back foot in again, working to straighten through both legs. Chest relaxing down over that front thigh. And hold here and breathe into that hamstring stretch. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and find our way back to crescent lunge. Not going quite so deep this time. Feet a little bit narrower. Reach up out of those fingertips. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, sweep the arms back to find a nice hinge at the hips, reaching back. Inhale, up. 2 more times. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach up. And this time we're going to exhale to reach back. And on the inhale, explode forward onto that front leg. Back knee comes up towards the chest. One-legged mountain. Find your balance here. And then on an exhale, we're going to move to warrior 3. So bringing that left leg behind you. Slight bend in the right knee. Keep the hips squared towards the floor. Reach out through the fingertips and the heel. One more breath. Exhale, plant that foot on the mat next to your front leg. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to plank. We flow through low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, hips up and back. Pause in down dog. And we're going to take that to the other side. So inhale, the left heel comes up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Press up and back. Left knee to right elbow, twisting under the body. Press up and back. And we exhale to plant the left foot between the hands, finding that deep crescent lunge first. Working to find a 90-degree angle in the knee. Press out through the back heel. Reaching up tall. Use your breath, guys. Come back to those inhales and exhales. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, find pyramid. Hands come down, slide the back foot in. Working to straighten through both legs. And hold here. One more breath. Go ahead and bend in the front knee. Find your way back to Crescent Lunge. Inhale, sweep those fingers up. Remember, we're keeping that lunge a little bit narrower this time. Draw the belly in. And then we're going to add those airplane arms. Exhale, sweep the fingers back behind you. Inhale up. Two more like that. We exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And last time we exhale, sweep the fingers back and then make your way to that one-legged mountain. Draw the knee up towards the chest. Belly in. And exhale as you slowly bring the leg back behind you to find warrior three. Press out through the heel, gazes down towards the floor, belly in. Exhale, bring the foot next to the front one and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back. Find low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. And then we'll make our way to child's pose for our first little rest. Just pausing here for a couple of breaths. How are you guys feeling? Would you maybe just give me a little thumbs up emoji if you're feeling good, if the pace is okay? Avery will relay that to me to see how everybody's feeling. If you need me to slow down a touch, just go ahead and say that and I can try and take it a little slower or offer some other options. We're good? We're getting thumbs up? All right, y'all are awesome. Take two more deep breaths here and we're gonna keep going. On an inhale, let the chest come up, palms slide underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. We're gonna take our next series. So inhale, right heel comes up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open through the hip to scorpion. Option to take it to wild thing. Pivoting through those left toes, right foot comes down towards the mat. Press up through the hips, reach that top arm back. Slowly return to center, squaring the hips, pressing out through the heel. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow and pause here. Releasing that foot underneath the left side of the body, shifting into side plank or falling star. Reach those left fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, hand comes down. Release that foot back up behind you to three-legged dog. And exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Pivot that back left foot, pressing into the outside edge. And then windmill up to warrior two. I can feel my hair going all kinds of crazy. So it might be standing up straight. But find your warrior two, deep bend in that knee, open through the chest. And when you're ready, we'll inhale to straighten through the front leg, reaching up and back. And then exhale, bend the knee, elbow on the knee, and reach out through the top hand. Option to hold here or to find triangle. So releasing the right hand down towards the inside of the leg. Straightening through that leg, plant the palms, opening through the chest. One more option from here is to add a bind, and you can do this with a bent or a straight leg. So to get into it, we'll bend the front leg slightly. Take that right arm, reach it underneath the thigh. Right hand comes around the back, top arm drops, working for the hands to meet behind the back, and then maybe straightening through the front leg again, working to continue opening through the chest, stacking the shoulders on top of each other. When you're ready, slowly release the bind, come back to that bent knee. Find warrior two again. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale as you come forward to crescent lunge, pivoting through the back foot. We'll airplane the arms one time. Exhale, sweep them behind you. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Draw that knee up. And again, find your way to warrior three. Leg releases back behind you. And then from here, option to take sugar cane. So the right hand comes down towards the mat. Bend in that left leg, that back leg, working to bring the left hand and foot together. And then kicking into the hand, open through the chest. Same feeling that we had in kickstand and rock star in the first practice. And then just now in wild thing, that opening through the chest. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Gently, gently release. Planting the left foot on the floor next to the right. Folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back. Flow through low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Pausing for a breath. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, left heel comes up. Bend the knee, maybe opening to wild thing. Foot comes down, press the hips up, reach out through the fingertips. Slowly return to center, press out through that top leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Up and back. Left knee to right elbow, twisting, and then release the leg underneath the right side of the body. Shift towards the left, find side plank or fallen star. Exhale, palm comes down, release the knee, reach it up and back. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Turn out through the back foot and open to warrior two. Nice deep bend in the knee. Open through the palms. Take a moment to recenter, come back to the breath. And then we inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach that top hand forward. Option to hold here or to find triangle, releasing the left hand down towards the floor, straightening through the legs. Right hand reaching towards the sky. If you'd like, you can add that bind, bending the knee. Left arm comes around and behind. Top arm releases, working to meet the palms. And then straight through that front leg. Stacking the shoulders, opening through the chest, gazing at the sky. And then gently release from wherever you're at, coming back to warrior two. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, shift the weight to crescent lunge. Pressing out through that back heel. We airplane the arms once, exhale, sweep back. Inhale to one-legged mountain. Draw that knee up towards the chest. Exhale, slowly release it to warrior three. Taking your time. And then moving into sugar cane. Left hand can come down towards the mat. Right hand works to find the right foot. Kick the knee, or kick the foot into the palm, open through the chest. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release that foot down next to the front foot. Pause in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back. Flow through chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. And then again, we find child's pose, taking another pause. Use your breath to recenter, slowing down your body, bringing your mind back to this practice. We're going to move through our final power series here. So on your next inhale, start to make your way to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to inhale, gaze towards the fingertips. Exhale, bend the knees to jump towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up to mountain. Draw that belly in, press down through the floor. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink the hips down and back to chair. Nice and low, making sure that you can still see the toes in front of the knees, keeping the chest up. We don't want to collapse down over the thighs. We want to stay nice and lifted. And slowly we're going to add the airplane arms. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale up, keep the hips low. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And this time as we exhale, we're going to release the left foot, find warrior 3. Nice deep bend in that front leg, like a squatting warrior 3. From here, slowly reach the left toes back, plant them down on the mat. Find lounging lizard, so both toes point towards the side, and then drop the left hip down, fingertips reach up. And from here, we're going to lift up in the hips. Option to take a full side plank, bringing that right foot up, pointing the toes to the inside of the knee, releasing the arm. And then from wherever you're at, plant your right foot at the top of your mat. So you're in a low lunge. Pause here for a moment to make sure you're steady. And then option to add the bind here. So you might turn out slightly through that left foot, but try not to put the heel down. Keep it lifted as we take the right arm to the inside of that thigh, reaching it around the back. Left arm comes to meet the palm. And once you have the bind, just try to square the left hip back down. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step to the top of the mat, keep the bind. That's a tricky one to teach and do. And from here, we're going to work our way into birds of paradise. So go ahead and release really quickly. And we'll just walk through this together. If you're already familiar with it, you can just jump right into it. But if not, I'm going to walk through it with you for a second. So, toes pointing towards the top of your mat. Feet about hip distance apart. Bend the knees slightly and find your bind. So right hand reaches to the inner thigh, comes around the back, reaching for the hip. Then the left arm reaches around as well. Slowly start to rise up onto the right toe. And we're going to work to lift up, pressing down through the left foot. Bringing that knee up towards the shoulder. And then from here, you can straighten through the right leg, reaching the toes up. And then we gently release, bringing the foot back down, releasing the arms, and taking a gentle forward fold. Knees can bend slightly, opposite elbow in opposite hand, and sway side to side. portion that I was talking about at the beginning of class. Okay, take one last breath here. Slowly roll up through the spine. Make your way back to the top of your mat if you are not there. We're going to take that sequence on the other side. So, feet hip distance apart. Press down into the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find chair. Get those hips back and low. Ribs are in, belly is lifted, and we add our airplane arms. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. One more time like that. Sweep back. Inhale up. And this time we'll release the right foot, finding that low warrior three. Really bend into that front leg. Flex the foot, press out through the heel. And then reach the right toes back towards the mat. Plant the hand down. Turn the toes. Come to lounging lizard. Palm up. Lift up through the hips. Option to keep that foot planted there, to take it to side plank. Toe comes in towards the inner thigh. Lifting the hips. And then all together we'll make our way to low lunge. Planting the left foot at the top of the mat. And finding some balance and stability in that lunge. When you're ready, you can add the bind. Again, maybe opening through the right hip and toe just slightly. Left arm comes around the inside, wraps around the back. Reach that hand around to join the palms. Then turn the toes so the knee is pointing down, square the hips. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, step to the top of the mat. And again, we work our way into birds of paradise. Press down through the right foot as you draw the left knee up. Straightening through the bottom leg first. Oh, I'm falling. And then when you're ready, you can straighten through the left leg as well. Slowly releasing whenever you're done. Bring that toe down. And release the bind. Find a gentle forward fold. Nice deep breaths here. Bend the knees. Sway through the chest. I hope y'all are still feeling okay. We're almost finished with the power part of the practice, and then we're just going to have a nice slow down. So go ahead and make your way to yogi squat, palms to the floor. Walk those toes out so the toes are turning out. I usually have my toes off of the mat, heels on the mat, but if you're a little bit shorter or have shorter legs, you might want them a little closer together. And then from here, bend the knees, lift the chest up. Press the elbows into the inner knee, sitting up nice and straight. Breathing here, finding that hip release. One more breath. Inhale as you release the hands, hips lift up. And then walk the toes back to hip distance apart. And you have the option here to take crow. If you want to skip crow, you can take any other arm balance you want, or you can just go ahead and make your way to child's pose. If you want to walk through crow with me, we're going to do that now. So feet are hip distance apart. We're going to start to bend the knees and plant the palms flat on the floor, about a foot in front of your toes. And again, depending on how tall or short you are, you might have to modify this a little. Make sure the fingers are spread nice and wide. And then we're going to rise up onto the toes, bending at the knees even more, bringing the knees either on top of the arms, right in the armpit, or towards the outside so that you can squeeze the knees in. Whenever you start to lift up, make sure you're keeping your gaze in front of you. You want to be looking about 6 inches in front of your fingertips. So bend the knees, plant those knees on the back of the arms, Slowly shift the weight forward, maybe bringing one foot up, maybe the other. Holding here, squeezing the heels towards the glutes, and then gently come out of it whenever you're ready. If you want to take another moment to play with that, we'll go ahead and have about 30 more seconds here in crow. If you want to, you can try moving from crow and shooting the feet backward to land in chaturanga. So it really works on your core to lift those hips up, shoot the legs back. Inhale, upward facing. And then go ahead and drop the knees wherever you're at. Let's find our way to a seated position, facing the top of the mat. Feet planted on the floor. Nice spine, nice tall spine. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. And we're going to make our way into boat. So shift your weight back, working to keep a nice flat back. Legs come up, shins are parallel with the floor. And you can hold right here with the palms behind the thighs, or you can work to release the fingertips forward. If you're here, you can add some toe taps, bringing the right toe down and then the left. Really working to keep everything as still as possible. So nothing except the legs are moving. Let's take 2 more on each side. Keep sitting up through that chest wherever you're at. Pause and boat. Cross the ankles. Inhale, sit up, drop the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Pause here for a few breaths. Inhale to go ahead and rise up. We're going to take one more variation in boat. Starting with the palms behind the thighs. Shift the weight back, feet come up. You can do this with the hands behind the thighs the whole time, or you can release the hands. We're going to exhale to straighten everything and lower down towards the mat, and then bring the knees in. Keep going like that. 2 more. And this time just release all the way down to the floor. Nice big exhale. Good job. When you're ready, bend the knees, plant those feet flat on the floor. Heels about a palm's distance away from the glutes. And we're going to work through bridge 2 times, and then on the 3rd time you'll have the option to either take bridge again or to move into a full wheel. So to start, we'll warm up the spine. Let's tuck the shoulders underneath the back so that you're really open through the collarbone. Press the feet down into the floor. Start to lift up through the hips. Press the hips towards the sky. Exhale, roll down. Inhale as you start to lift up. Exhale down. And again, if you want to take bridge and hold at the top, you can do that. Or for wheel, we'll take the palms up and around so that the fingers are pointing towards the shoulders. Make sure your hair is out of the way, especially you, Taylor, with your 2-foot-long hair. And then when you're ready, you're going to lift up first through the legs, bringing strength to the legs, then pressing through the arms. So press down through the feet, lift up through the hips, add the arms, and press and lift. Squeezing the inner thighs together, gazing towards the wall behind you. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and then slowly releasing out of it. Shoulders first, roll down through the back, and then straight away we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let the knees drop out towards the sides. Palms can rest down on the belly or up on the floor. And just hold here. A lot of times after bridge, the tendency is for people to bring the knees in towards the chest and rock side to side or forward and back. But that actually is a bit too aggressive on your spine because you just went from this arch and then you bring your knees into your chest, and it's just not the safest way to release out of it. So a bound angle, what we're in right now with the bottoms of the feet together, is actually the best posture to take after a big heart opener or back bend or anything of that sort, because it's opening the hips and leveling the pelvis on the floor. So we'll hold here for a few more breaths, giving that spine a chance to reset. When you're ready, go ahead and slowly bring those knees back together. Make sure the low back is pressing down into the floor. As we inhale, toes come up towards the sky. Exhale to find happy baby. Hands come to the outside edges of the feet. Draw those knees down. And again, pressing the low back down into the floor. Breathing here. Exhale to gently release. And now we'll take that squeeze, drawing the knees in towards the chest, rocking side to side just slightly. Maybe taking some circles with the knees to massage the lower back. Making sure to go both directions. And then pause and center, draw the knees in towards the chest, take an inhale. Exhale, bring the forehead up towards the knees. And then gently release everything down into your final relaxation. Palms turned up on the floor. Maybe letting the legs just kind of roll out. Releasing and relaxing everything into the mat. Take a couple more nice deep breaths. Working to draw out the length of each exhale. Helping to calm the body and the mind. Helping it slow down. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this power practice. I hope that it was challenging for you in some way, or that at least you had fun getting to throw together some different postures and transitions. I always love getting to teach these, so thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do that. Feel free to lay here in your final relaxation for as long as you would like to. And yeah, thank you guys so much. It's been such a joy to teach yoga to you this week, and I hope that we can do it again soon.